Hello class, this is a video tutorial on probability. In this video we're going to be looking at basic and or theoretical probability. These are two different names given to the same thing, and let's get straight into it. So now, if we are told that the probability of, that if all possible outcomes are equally likely, the probability of an event E occurring is calculated as follows. So probability of E, where E might be indicated as the rolling of a 1, or getting a heads, or picking a red ball out of a bag of balls, or whatever it might be, is calculated by the number of outcomes favorable for E and the total number of outcomes, written as here. And the best way we can do this is to do the following example. So let's take a look at this example. A 6-sided die is rolled. Calculate the probability of a 2 being rolled, the probability of an even being rolled, and the probability of rolling a number greater than 4. So before we even calculate all of these, we can do the following. Let's calculate the sample space of the rolling of a 6-sided die. So we could get a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 6, which means the total number of outcomes is 6, because there are 6 different possible outcomes. So answering question A, our event E is indicated as rolling a 2. So we can create a list of this event here. So in the event of a 2 rolling, what could happen? Seems kind of silly, but a 2 can happen. And how many different outcomes are inside this group of E? Well, the number of E is given as 1. So we can calculate now the probability of rolling a 2 is given as 1, the number of E, divided by or over the total sample, the total outcomes of 6. This seems like it's overcomplicating something that we may already understand, but going through this process, it really assists for harder probabilities and outcomes. So here we go. Let's first list the evens in this event. So the event E is indicated as evens. So from our sample space, which of these are even? So we have a 2, 4, or a 6. So we've listed the outcomes of our event, which means the number of E, well, there are 3 different outcomes in our group of E. So our number of E is 3. So the probability of even we can calculate as 3 over the total outcomes, which is 6. We can simplify this as a half. So our last example here, our E, let's list the outcomes that favor greater than 4. So from our sample space, which numbers are greater than 4? Well, 5 and 6 are greater than 4, but 4 is not greater than 4. It is equal to 4. So we can list 5 and 6, which means the number of E is given as 2. So the probability of rolling greater than 4 is given as 2 over 6, which we can simplify as 1 over 3. Hope that gave you an insight into how to calculate basic or theoretical probability. Best of luck.